Hello, my darlings. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to use my Quantum Oracle deck for you to look at the overriding theme of this week's reading. If this resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. If it resonates or I resonate as a reader, don't forget to hit that like button for me, to perhaps comment, to perhaps subscribe, to perhaps become a member, or to perhaps take advantage of my gift back to you, the pay what you can 30-minute online readings. All of the details are in the description box below. So we're going to use the Quantum Oracle first of all, and then I think I'll use one of my animal tarot decks to go a little bit more detail for you. So what has come out? We have got events, conflict has come out. So those that will resonate with this reading are going through a period of time right now, which is asking for a great deal of strength from you, a great deal of courage, and a great deal of courage to steer yourself in the right direction when you wish to go in another. So thank you, Spirit. When this person is on this boat, and you would think, wouldn't you? We know that it isn't so, but you would think that if you wanted to get from A to B, you would sail from A to B. But sometimes you have to tack with the way that the winds are going in order to get to that B point, even though it may feel that it's taking you around the houses a little bit. So with this conflict, you're being asked to go with what is happening, to go with where you're feeling that force of nature that's taking you, because the conflict that you're feeling at this time is the resistance that you're feeling to what is. And when we feel a resistance to what is, we get trapped within that conflicting energetic space. Conflict can be, and I'm seeing here, so that is the event that's happening for you, but within your consciousness, within your subconscious as well, it can be a place of great gratitude, because there is something that is going to come from this conflict, from this chaos, from this storm in your life, that in hindsight, you will be grateful for. You will understand why it happened for you. Remember that everything in your life happens for you, not to you. It's how you choose to receive it that is the gift. And when we are in a place of conflict, it is very easy for the ego to fight ego. It's very easy to respond or react quickly to something, to say something in return to what somebody else has said to you. But people remember, talk from thank you, Spirit, talk from their perception about how they're feeling about themselves. So within that space of understanding that, if you choose not to come and react in a place of conflict, but to take a step back, to fall away from it and to respond to it instead, you will find that actually your intuition steps in, that actually your understanding of the situation will evolve, that there will be calmer waters for you, because you're not creating more of a conflict by the reaction that you're giving. And you are showing somebody else within this conflict the way as well, because if they don't have that innate understanding that you do, that actually sometimes it takes great courage and strength to tack around this situation, to just focus and have great will and determination to see this as a conflicting energy, a storm of energy. It will subside. There will be calmer waters. The best thing for you to do is to navigate your way through it with your understanding that everybody is reacting from their place of consciousness, everybody is reacting from their place of pain, and that no one intends to hurt another. So let's have a look to see. Thank you, Spirit. And within this place of conflict, they want you to understand that this person here can you see, sorry, this person here has got tremendous balance within this conflict. They've got tremendous balance, because what they're doing, my darling, is they're kind of within their space. They're balancing both their acceptance of where they are, so their surrender of where they are. They're balancing their kind of detachment of the situation. They're balancing also a certain spontaneity in terms of how they're approaching this, because they're having to move very quickly. And they're also this desire to be at another point. So it is a balance of both, as I said, detachment, surrender, desire, transformation, all of that, because you see, my darling, energy in itself is needs to, in order to transform, needs both that surrender and an openness and a receptivity for it to change from a conflicting energy through to a peaceful energy, through to something that is creative, through to something that is expansive, through to something beyond what it is right now. And this storm will pass, my darling. Storms do not last forever, and when they pass, we tend to admire and appreciate how fresh the feeling of energy is within the air. So let's see what Spirit's advice for you is on this. Let's use my this animal deck here. Thank you, Spirit. And you're more than capable, my darling. You know, when you're feeling feelings, any feeling really, but when you're feeling feelings that are of fear or of anger or of upset, imagine them as simply an energy ball that you are more than capable of experiencing and allowing to sort of flow through you. Thank you. If you let go at this time, and if you view those feelings as energy that will pass, and allow them, step back to allow them room to pass through you and onwards. And in that place of stepping back and detaching, you will see that miracles start to happen. So let's see. Thank you, Spirit. I just see the Three of Wands here. Let's see how you're feeling right now. Thank you for Scorpio. Thank you. Ruler of the open heart. Beautiful card here, my darling. So this is the Strength card, and I can feel with this your will, your determination to do this from the heart space. You don't wish to react, you wish to respond. And that's beautiful, because in that earnestness, in that desire, in that prerequisite for yourself before you enter into conflict, before you enter into navigating your way through a storm in your life, a difficult situation, you are stating your intention to not be drawn into it, to navigate it. And Spirit is acknowledging that within you. And there is great power in facing battles that you may be facing with an open heart. And an open heart means that you are not closed off to listening. You're not closed off to change. You're not closed off to receiving information that might make you feel uncomfortable, but you know needs to be heard as much as it needs to be spoken. And I feel with this that this is something that you, through the experiences of your life, you have come to this place through understanding perhaps what others have given you in the past and how helpful it's been. You have now come into this place yourself of understanding how important it is not to react. And remember, ego fights ego, soul listens to soul. So that is a beautiful, beautiful energy. And that strength of that connection that you're having with your feelings, with your mind, with where you are right now is very powerful. Let's see what your challenge is at this time, Spirit is saying. What is Scorpio's challenge at this time? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, quite a lot of cards. I saw the Nine of Feathers with the crow. So that for me says is that there are things that you want to know that you don't know at this time. But remember, you will be told in divine timing. You've got the crow again, but differently. Your challenge is to accept that there may be things at this time that you don't know. I mean, this is the magician, the messenger of magic. I feel like you wish right now, of course we all do, for a happy outcome for this, a resolution of this, an ending of this, that there's going to be news, an announcement, and a delivery of something that's going to deliver everybody, yourself included, from this situation. And what Spirit is asking you to do is, the crow is the keeper of secrets. So before you manifest, before in divine design, you manifest a resolution to this conflict, Spirit is asking you, what is the secret in this conflict for you? What is the gift that you have been given? What is the growing state of awareness that you understand? What is the true desire that you wish to have through this conflict? Is that coming from a soul's awareness or from an ego understanding? What is your emotional, how have your emotions shifted through this? What is your gift to the other from a soul perspective? Remember, the soul, this has nothing to do with how we perceive things as our individual personality character. So if I was looking at a conflict in my life, this has got nothing to do with what Victoria thinks she feels and wants and desires. This is what the soul desires, and the soul is always for transformation, growth, remembering who it is, that it is a part of all there is. It is energy. It is beautiful energy. It is unconditional love. So, and it is completely judgmental. Everything the soul does from love. So what does your soul, what is it achieving, recognizing, remembering that it had forgotten within this? What are you recognizing and achieving as well? How do you now feel about yourself? That is the magic ingredient to the end of this conflict. When you start to look at your response to a situation and the fact that you and you alone are responsible for your growth, your feelings, your direction, your will, your determination. Nobody else can do that for you, just you, my darling. So you are your own messenger of magic, and everything at the moment has been reflected to you to give you a message, to give you a miracle message of magic, which if you receive it with the understanding that, oh my goodness, because I now understand that, I can release this, or I truly believe that I didn't understand that about myself in the past, but now that I do, you know, there is within conflict, there is a reason for it. Comes back to ourselves, my darling. You know, we live in a bliss point above what happens within our bodies. There's lots of conflict within our bodies the whole time, with different cells fighting different cells, but we don't get involved in it. We're unaware of it. And we shouldn't get involved in it either. But there is necessary conflict. There is necessary conflict. We can't have black without the white. We can't have the front of us without the back of us. We have to have the contrast. We have to have the differences in order to have the awareness. So what are you growing more and more aware of through this conflict? That is the question that Spirit is asking you. And Four of Shells. So rather than looking at what's on the surface level at the moment with this Four of Cups, look at what's happening underneath. And if you don't know the answer, put the question out to Spirit. In seeking, you will find. In seeking, in asking the question, being on a quest to have the answer, you will receive the answer. It's a direct call to the universe. You will receive it in all sorts of wonderful, wonderful ways. But I feel you're very, very close to this answer. And it may be something that just hits you out of the blue, comes in out of the blue. It may be something you have to dig deep to find within meditation. It may come from another, from a friend. It may come in from sideways, like the crab. But it is coming for you, my darling. This answer is coming, and I'm seeing the seeker of feathers, the falcon there. So the answers are coming to you. What's in your recent past, my darling? What's in your recent past? Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. What's in your recent past? So we have the Nine of Branches, and we have the Nurturer of Shells has come out. And I'm seeing already in your recent future, you've got the Three of Branches. So I feel for many of you that you have again taken a pause. So coming back to this conflict card, this message is to affirm to you the receding back, the sitting back on your haunches, the resting, the observation of it all, and actually in a way that is quietly content and knowing. The Lynx is very knowing. This is doing something differently that you haven't done before. This is learning from past, what we might call mistakes. Let's call them lessons. It's learning perhaps that the same thing that we might do over and over gets the same results, and you're doing something differently. And here with the Queen of Cups, you're moving away from holding on to this situation Okay, so you're moving away with the understanding that actually you can love, but not and let go at the same time. You can love and let go over and over and over again. And you can also understand that you're not responsible for how anybody else feels. Remember, I come back to we and we alone are responsible for our own feelings, our own thoughts. Nobody can make us anything that we don't desire or wish to be or feel. And this is the Queen of Cups here. So maintain that beautiful, gentle approach, because it is affecting this conflict and the strength that you're feeling now. And it's having beautiful consequences for what is happening now. In your near future, the toad wanted to come out. I will pull another one. This is the Three of Wands. Something's already manifesting for you in your life through this conflict. Spirit wants you to, and others are aware of it as well as you are. It is transformational. It is asking you to take a leap of faith, to do something spontaneously. There are other things that are also going to be growing within your life. They haven't quite yet come into bud, but this is something that you're aware of. And you know, the frog is that sort of leap with the balance of what you're thinking both consciously and what you're feeling subconsciously. But it's a very transformational time in the future with something that, because of your state of being, because of the approach that you have taken to this conflict, because of you navigating this part of your life very courageously, with a huge amount of courage, a huge amount of open heart, the ruler of the open heart. You are very close. You're very close to receiving. It's almost like the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle coming in for you. Let's have a look at your conscious mind at this time. Thank you. What is it? Thank you, Spirit. I just keep seeing the moon card. Conscious mind. Thank you. Well, there is that seer of feathers that I talked about that's come out. My goodness, you are being amazing. So this is the parrot. This is the Knight of Swords, the seer of feathers. What you seek, you will find. You are seeking the truth. You are seeking clarity. You are very determined to come away from this situation. You're very determined to come away energetically, physically from this literally noise, battleground, whatever it may be. But there is no but. This is beautiful. Spirit is, you're recognizing that there is that you are perhaps feeling a little bit more tired than you might otherwise normally feel. You're recognizing that this is a moment of that rest and renewal, that we can't keep that momentum up the whole time. And you are very consciously at this time, so be aware of your thoughts, but it's all beautiful, and your words, you are being very powerfully connecting with your conscious mind at the moment to relay your message to the universe, to relay what you wish. Remember, our words are spells, spellings, and what we think, say, and do, we're placing in our future. But as this Queen of Swords, this energy that you are doing, you've recognized you're not the voice of the mind, you're the one that's hearing it as well. And you are being very open and receptive to what perhaps will come in the future for you, okay? Because even though you may be feeling a little bit tired at the moment and a little bit of need and rest, remember that actually our energy is something that it doesn't die, it doesn't get old. It wishes to renew and then to be liberated once it's renewed into something that is of growth for it, that is of progress, that is of transformation. So liberated energy from something that's been freed up from a conflict is a very powerful energy for us to use. And we're here to beautifully manipulate energy. We're here to create, we're here to transform, we're here to remember. So let's have a look to see what your subconscious is doing at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. Subconscious, please, Spirit. Thank you. My goodness, you're working so hard. You are working so hard. The Eight of Pentacles here with the beaver. The beaver is the architect of the animal kingdom, so i.e. it changes the water flow with its dams. And what I'm feeling is, and I want to pull one more card for you with this, but what I'm feeling is that you have literally created a different flow in your life, a different, your subconscious at the moment is being flooded with a very beautiful energy that's working very hard for you. Thank you, Spirit. Because you are flooding it with feelings that are positive. You're flooding it with feelings that are of how hard you are looking to be open and receptive and transform the situation and move forward. So you are creating a non-resistant flow. You are working in unison with the universe right now. And that's really wonderful, my darling. So let's see one more card for you. Thank you, Spirit. There's a lot going on with Scorpio this week. Now we have got the Two of Fossils and the we have got the Chariot. Very fast movement, okay? Very fast movement happening for you. Do not be overwhelmed when you're hearing this message about what's happening this week. Again, this is child's play. Sometimes we just have to do and then see what results out of it. So that beautiful spontaneous life, when you feel inspired to do so, like the monkey just banging two stones together, just because it's part of the play, it's part of having fun without thinking too much about the consequences or the repercussions afterwards. Be in that spontaneous flow because things are moving fast for you right now. And there are no good or bad choices for you to make. Everyone is leading somewhere for you at this time, but there is this energy I talked about, the spirit of freedom, this free energy. Where do you want to take it now? Where do you want to direct it right now, my darling? It's magical. It's free. It's been released from a situation. What do you want to do with it? It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do with it. Do you know that I learned this recently, thank you, universe, that every morning we are born with 500 million new cells. In the mornings now, I say, good morning, 500 million new cells. And then, you know, after that, you can either tell those 500 million new cells the story of the past, the story of what you don't want to happen, the story of how you're feeling in a negative way about something or conflict in your life, or you can tell those 500 million new cells that you're going to saturate with beautiful positive feelings, what you're looking forward to happening, what you're working hard at, how you feel about yourself in a way that is love and light and laughter and wisdom. Flood those 500 million new cells about your health, about, you know, your wellness, about your prosperity. Tell them the story that you want them to resonate with, and watch the magic then happen in your life. So there we are, my darlings. And the salmon, the 9 of Cups, okay? This is this movement, however hard it may seem at this time. This movement that you are doing is you and you alone doing this, just like the salmon going home to itself, intuitively, instinctively, moving back to the place it you know, almost feeling like you're going against the tide, going against the water, a bit like this conflict card. I come back to that here. There are blessings for you. There is more than hope there for you. You can feel it, you know it, you can feel it in the air. You're not responsible for anybody else in your life. You can be in observation of others in your life. You can be considerate, you can be kind, you can be giving, give advice when asked, you can be compassionate, you can be all of those things, my darling. But this is being your choice and your desire as a soul to perhaps choose a path that is harder than most, but the rewards that come from that awakening and learning and embracing of yourself and the determination that you have to affect a positive change in your life is happening. It's absolutely happening. I'm going to finish, and that's why either in hindsight or right now you're feeling this great gratitude. And my goodness, you're getting so many wonderful messages. And think something's taken your, something's you've there's again, Spirit, something has caught your attention at this time. Thank you. something has caught your attention, a discovery. Oh my God. And this is, you know, this is a diamond. So this is a gift. This is a gift. This is a great achievement. This is precious. Something's caught your attention, or something is about to catch your attention. You are going to understand, if you don't already, why you are so grateful about what has happened and what has come from it. What has come from the hard work that you've done? What has come from you sifting and sieving through this situation and your feelings in a way that is natural, in a way that is as it should be, and in a way where you discover that gift within your divine design? Because that diamond or that gold, whatever it is, will have been present there in its divine design for you to find it at exact moment of its formation. So there we are, my darlings. I trust that that has helped those that have resonated with this reading. You've got some amazing time up ahead. You know, conflict has turned into great gratitude, has turned into discovery of something. And you, my darling, just continue to give everything room to move, to breathe, to flow, and trust that what you are doing right now, your conscious and subconscious are working together so well for you, my darling, and you are consciously creating and living a life that is with your understanding. You're living life consciously with an awareness of how you can affect a positive change for yourself, as opposed to reacting to everything. So you're allowing, thank you, Spirit, rather than life creating your conscious reality, you are consciously creating your reality through your beautiful spiritual perception of everything at the moment. So well done, my darling. So much love to you, and I look forward to doing another reading next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.